Hi everyone, this is Shannah, and this is a message from Spirit about life, love, and everything. I know it's a very bold title, but I just felt inspired, so let's see what they tell us. So we have two piles. Pile number one with a beautiful seashell, and pile number two with a dream catcher. So feel free to pause the video if you need some time to feel the intuition, what you feel drawn to, and I will start now. So let's start with pile number one. I'll put this one away because I'll need the space. There you go. So first of all, we're going to see what is your situation right now. So we have love abounds. Well, that's a beautiful situation to start with. And love abounds means that you are in a very good place, even if you don't know it right now. So there's love all around you. You have wonderful friendships. In your work, you have good relationships. And you're probably in love. And what I can feel is that this love is even reciprocated. So I don't know if you're in a relationship. If you are, well, it's mutual love. If you have a crush or are interested in someone or just dating someone at the moment, the energy is very, very positive. But I have the feeling that you don't really trust it. And that's why you're here. Well, the card is telling you, trust it. Even if you don't see it, even if you are suspicious of it, love abounds. You have a lot of love around you. Many people like you, many people appreciate you, even if you don't realize it right now. So let's see the second card for your situation. Dedicated effort. So if we put this together, you're actually dedicating your effort in building something. And you see here this couple? So you're actually putting work in a relationship. And because we have love abound, so it's a love relationship. So it's something that you're building. You're making an effort. You're trying to do everything the right way. You're trying to apply the lessons you've learned in the past. And I'm getting the message that some of you were drawn to this reading because you're actually afraid that some of mistakes or unhappy situations from the past may repeat. And you're being very careful. You're trying to do everything the best way you can in order to make out of the situation something really positive and lasting, something beautiful. So this is your situation. Actually, the situation is very positive. So you're actually doing everything right, and your love is actually reciprocated. But if you're here, I have the feeling it's something you're not seeing, you're not fully trusting right now. But let's see what the rest of the cards tell you. But Spirit is telling you love is there. Yes, it is. And you're taking all the right steps. So those are good news. That's good. But then I have a card for love, of course, because it's about life, love, and everything. So you deserve love. You are lovable. So here, Spirit is again reassuring you, you deserve love. And my feeling is that some of you have been working on this subject, trying to incorporate that feeling that you deserve love, that you deserve to be well treated, that you deserve to be treated with respect and with love, with care, and you know, you deserve to have something beautiful in your life. And this is something that you're incorporating because of course you deserve love. Of course you deserve all the best in this universe and the next one and the next one and the next one. Because you are lovable. You are. But you haven't trusted this truth. Yeah, many experiences in your past have led you to believe that you aren't lovable, that you are only lovable if you behave a certain way, if you do certain things, um, if you hide yourself. Exactly. If you pretend to be someone else that you aren't, in order to deserve love. You want to be accepted, and you probably have believed until now that you can only be accepted and loved, um, and taken care of if you behave and are a certain way, which is not true. You deserve to be loved the way that you are, because you are unique. You are special. There's no one else like you in this universe. Not a chance. There never was and never will be another person like you. I want you to understand this. This is very important. So please ask yourself, if you're one of a kind, why shouldn't you be loved for what you are? You are a treasure. You are a present from the universe to this world. You have so much to give, and without you, life would be silly. Really. So, yes, you deserve to be loved. It's being confirmed by the universe, confirmed by the spirit. And you know what? Even if you still don't believe it, the universe will tell you this so many times until you do. So fear not. No one will leave you alone. But I have the feeling this is something you are learning now, you are realizing now. And it's something that you're also fighting for. Fighting in the way that you won't take anything less. Either you receive the love that you believe you deserve, for being yourself, for being the very special person that you are, or not at all. No love at all, because it has to come in the right way for you. It doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be luxurious, nothing. It just have to be loved for who you really are. And this is a very important premise, because the moment you realize this and you have it in your heart, there are no more games, there are no more pretendings, there are no more manipulations, because either it is or it isn't, or it isn't. So this is very important, really beautiful. And I totally understand it. Now the next card is what you need right now. It's not what you need to do, it's not what you need to learn or need to know, it's what you need. Okay, so deep in your heart, what are you needing? So let's see. Spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. So you need a spiritual connection. You need to feel one with the other person. And it's probably this person that we have been talking about, that you're dedicating your efforts with or to or towards. But to receive this card again, this gives me the feeling that you need this confirmation that this person is really someone from a past life, is a twin flame, is a soulmate, or whatever is now in fashion. You need this because you're not trusting it. It all goes together. See, it's like this. You still do not believe that you deserve love no matter what. It's like you want this confirmation. You need this confirmation right now. And this is not wrong. There's no right or wrong. What you need is what you need, you know. And the card is also telling us that you can develop. So if you want to develop this sense of trust, then develop this spiritual side with this person. Trust the images you're getting. Trust the feelings you're getting. Trust that there is this communication. And you can see here, there's a communication. So sometimes you have images, sometimes you have feelings, and you know the other person is thinking of you. You know the person is feeling what you're feeling. You just know. This card is telling you, trust it. Because you know. Trust it because this connection is there, and the universe, spirit knows that you need it, and it's just telling you that it's there. It's there. You need it, so open yourself, open your third eye. Just trust it, you know. And develop this spiritual connection. If it makes you feel safer, if it makes you feel better, just open up. And the spiritual connection is always very beautiful. So now, what is Spirit telling you directly? Here we go. Goddess Freya and Amber, the Untamed. This card, I had this card in another reading, and the Goddess Freya is a Norse goddess. She's the equivalent of Venus or Aphrodite. So she's the goddess of love. She's the goddess of family. She's the goddess of marriage. And the Untamed. Because Freya, even being the goddess of love, she's also a warrior. And she's very strong, you know. Because to love, you have to be strong. You have to have a strong heart to dare to love. You have to. And what the card is telling you is to be yourself. You know, being yourself takes a lot of courage. Be yourself. And again, here we are. Don't try to pretend you're someone else to be loved. You know, you don't have any need for it. Just open yourself and show yourself how you really are. Be yourself, always. And sometimes we have to discover it first, of course. But in order to discover it, we have to be, we have to act, we have to express ourselves always. So do it. Be daring, because you will be loved for what you are, you know. And no matter how nice we are and sweet, we are not always nice. We are not always politically correct. We don't always say the right things because it's in our human nature. Sometimes we act out of a whim, out of a mood, and we say things that then we have to apologize for. You know, it's okay. It's part of life. No one is perfect. Or put it in another way, we're perfect just the way we are. And if we hurt other people, you know what? We can always say, I'm sorry, and communicate with the people and explain ourselves. It's okay. So be yourself, be courageous, and show your true colors, because the right people then come. And probably then these relationships that you're working on, or this special relationship, this person will love you even more. So I know sometimes it can be really scary just to go out and be yourself because you think the other person expects you to be this or the other way, but forget it. You can never control what other people think of you. So just be yourself, and either they love you for what you really are, or they can go away. You know, you have a bow and arrow, so shoot them away. In a peaceful and loving way, of course. Don't go out and shoot people. That's not good. Now, the next, we have still a message from Spirit. Ooh, Sacred Soul Sister. Sounds beautiful. Could be a song. Now, this is confirming everything we said so far. So, Sacred Soul Sister is actually your higher self, is the unseen self of your persona, of your personality. So it's like the higher self, and it talks to you through intuition, visions that you have, that inner voice we sometimes have in our head. So this higher self is always talking to you and giving you the right intuition and giving you insights into certain situations. Sometimes it's very subtle and you don't really realize it, and sometimes it's just so in your face that you start laughing or arguing with this voice, because this voice will never tell you what you want to hear or already know. It just tells you things like they are, in a very loving way, of course, because this is your higher self. Your higher self just loves you so much and guides you through your voyage, through your journey. So trust your intuition, trust yourself. And this card is also telling you everything is okay. They're telling you the final chapter, everything will be fine. And just open up to yourself, love yourself. If you feel lost, they tell you you're actually on the right path. They're confirming that everything is all right. And just be yourself again. Be yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your inner wisdom. Trust who you really are. And show your colors. And open them so that the others can take part and start a journey in your beautiful universe. That's the most beautiful gift you can give to anyone, to let them into your universe and discover these new worlds that only you have within yourself. It's a beautiful journey. And you're working on it. I know you are. And Spirit is telling you, don't be afraid, because you are very, very loved. So now, then I have a last card, and the card is, I call it a future promise, or a promise of the future. Yeah, but future promise sounds better. So it's like having an insight already into what the future is going to bring, in this context. What is the future energy? Yeah, what is the future promising? Yes, so you ready? Let's go. Great adventure. Take a risk and venture forward. Well, that's it. That's really, really nice, because take the risk, take the adventure, a great adventure, and it's a love adventure is heading your way. So just go, take the risk, trust, and trust that you deserve love just the way you are. So go for it. Go for the adventure, because love abounds. Now it's your turn to sail the seas of love. That's so, so beautiful. And don't forget, be yourself. Always, always stay true to yourself and listen to your intuition. You're always advised and loved by your sacred soul sister. So I hope you resonated and liked this message, and I wish you a wonderful time. Now, pile number 2, the dream catcher. Beautiful. So, let's start with your situation, pile number 2, and I hope we won't get cut off. So, this is third eye chakra. So, third eye chakra is all about intuition, right? Seeing and seeing the truth and feeling it and knowing what is all around you, and you can see beyond the appearances. So you are probably experiencing this. You're seeing beyond appearances. You have now a very fine-tuned connection to your intuition. And the question is if you trust it or not, because you're getting more and more images, more and more messages from your higher self, from God, from the universe, from spirit, whatever you like to call it. And And the question is, are you trusting it? Because some things are sometimes too good to be true in our minds because we have been raised into thinking that we're all sinners and we don't deserve anything good, and our rewards will come when we die, which is nice, it's also a nice thought, but we also deserve our rewards while we're here. And we're afraid to trust sometimes our intuition. But let's see what the other card is saying. Giving and receiving. This is interesting. Now, third eye chakra and giving and receiving. So this is a trust your situation, trust your intuition in a specific situation. First of all, you should share your gift. If you have this gift of clairvoyance, and you can see beyond appearances, and you can trust your intuition, and when people are telling you about any given situation that happened to them, or they seek your advice, and you are so sharp, you just see through the veils and you know exactly what it's meant, what's behind the intentions of people, and so on. Share it. This is important because then you're also being a light worker, because you're helping people to see clearer, and probably also uplifting people. Well, this is a talent that you just discovered recently, and you're still, trying to figure out how to deal with it, because you may be surprised that you're really good at it and people trust you. Well, trust that gift, because it can help you and can help also the others around you in order to find peace of mind, clarity, and guidance as well. Because what I found out in my life is that the most important thing you can have is clarity of spirit, clarity of mind. Because once you can think clearly, it's very easy to decide what to do. Suddenly, all the options are visible, and you can listen to your intuition and you can move forward. So, and if you're able to give this to other people, that's a beautiful gift. So, trust it. But they're also telling me that you should watch out for certain relationships, because be it love, be it at work, be it with friends or family, you should keep a balance between giving and receiving. And if your intuition is, for instance, telling you, here we have again the intuition. If your intuition is telling you that you're giving a lot more than you're receiving, listen to your intuition, and try to balance it. It's not a question of blaming people. Well, you don't give me, I give you so much and you don't give me enough back. It's not a question of that. It's balancing it. Sometimes the balance has to be found within yourself first, and then it will manifest in the world around you, with the people around you. And also what I'm getting now is, like, some of you probably are giving in expectation of receiving something back. And it's very human to do that. We all do that, of course. But be careful with that, because you cannot force anyone to give you what you expect, or to give back something that you expect. Either you give it from the heart or just don't. Because when you give, you always get back, but not necessarily from that person and not necessarily in that way. You'll probably get it back in a situation where you really need it and you'll really be thankful for it. So be careful with giving and receiving. It's a very beautiful thing, but keep things balanced, be it from the other side or also from your intentions. So this is what I got for some of you. I hope it resonates, but we'll continue. So what about love life, right? We all want to know about it. Oh, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And here we have it, confirming it. So Spirit is confirming it. Try not to control this giving and receiving. If you're not receiving, be it love, attention, money, energy, effort, if you're not receiving it the way you think you should be receiving it, it's not necessarily a bad sign. You're just trying to control the outcome, trying to control how the other should behave. And that's actually not worthy. So it's not worth it, because the other person or the persons or whatever it is, they will always act the way they want to act. You can manipulate as much as you want to. Some people are really talented in this art of manipulation, which is okay, but doesn't always work. And sometimes if we let, like we say here, if we just allow the situation to unfold naturally, the rewards and the results are a lot greater and a lot more beautiful than when you manipulate. So, and it's probably like one of the reasons that probably you are having problems with listening to your intuition and believing the pictures you're getting in your mind or in your spirit, because you want to see something specific. You want to control an outcome. You want to control the situation. So they're telling you, let go, because things will be more beautiful and a lot more rewarding than you can imagine now. So let go and let God. Everything will be fine. Now, the next card is what you need. It's not what you need to do. It's not what you need to have. It's not what you need to learn. It's what you need from the heart. So what does your heart need? Let's see. Romance. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. So this is the reason all of this is happening, because you need romance. You need to be lavished. You need attention. You need affection. And you're probably giving a lot to other people, be it a loved one, be it a crush you have, a love interest, someone you're dating, and you're expecting the same in kind, so in return and in kind, but remember, everyone has different ways of doing things. Everyone has their own language, be it loving, be it speaking, doesn't matter. Everyone has their own special way of doing things, but you are in the need of romance. You need love and attention, and you dream of it, and someone you can trust and have fun with and flirt and feel safe with, and you're trying to manifest this by controlling the situation. But I would tell you, you can do whatever you want, because thank God we have free will, but I would tell you, you don't need it. Let it flow. Trust your intuition, because your intuition will tell you everything you need to know and how to do things in a very loving and relaxed way. So you can give freely, and then you also realize, oh, this is interesting. You'll also realize that you are receiving. Oh, this is what it's all about. Interesting. Sorry. For some of you, there you go. You have to let go of control, because you're not realizing that you're receiving already a lot of love and attention. So because you want to receive it in a certain way, or you think relationships, can even be friendships or working relationships, should go like this and this and this, like all pre-programmed, like I just said, also said in another reading. We are too influenced by movies and romance novels and love, whatever. We're so influenced that we think, oh, it has to go like that, like I saw in that movie, like I read in that book or whatever. But it's not like that. Life is a lot more richer than we get to see through the mass media, like life is so abundant and so fantastic, has thousands of possibilities. And sometimes you're just not understanding this that you're already receiving because you want to control the situation. So trust your intuition, open your third eye, because you're probably receiving a lot more than you let yourself believe. This is really, really nice. Let's put them here. Now, messages from Spirit. It can be that we get cut off. If we do, I'm so sorry. I'll put a second video. And so here we have Ascended Master Merlin and Mystic Merlinite. Read the energy. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, that is so fantastic. Look, third eye. Read the energy. So everyone knows who Merlin is from the tales of the legend of King Arthur and Camelot. So Merlin was his magician. Can we say magician? Yes. And so you have this power. You have this power of reading between the lines, of reading the energies, of getting these subtle messages in the ether, if you put it that way. So you can feel, you can read the room, you can feel what other people are feeling, probably even know what other people are thinking. And they tell you to trust it and read between the lines, see what's really happening. And in this context, see that you're probably receiving more than you let yourself believe. And also, again, read between the lines. What are you getting and what are you giving? You know, trust your intuition, because you know what's happening. The cards are telling you, you know. You don't have to ask me. You don't have to ask the cards. The universe knows, and you know what's happening. You know what's really happening. So trust your intuition. If you have to meditate, meditate, you know, or ask the universe for signs that you can interpret, that you know what they mean. But you already know, you know, and look around you. And we know you need a lot of love, and you would like to have a lot of romance, but don't try to control it, because you already know what's expecting you. Let's see what the next card says. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. I get this card in my readings a lot. I love it. So we'll probably get cut off. So sorry if we do. We'll continue then in the next video. Passion of the Wild Red Mother.